We are live.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact, Impact Plus for Impact fans, Impact Plus weekly. Weekly. Yeah, did I do it wrong? What happened?
I think you said we are back with Total Nonstop Impact Plus Impact. We'll play it back and listen.
I said Impact.
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What?
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impactin'. His mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha Skin Manimal, Rohit Raju, and you are watching Total Nonstop Impact.
This is Taya La Güera Loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals, and you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact Podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Nonstop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's up, Impact Wrestling? Let's make some noise! This is the good stuff.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Total Nonstop Impact, Impact Talk for Impact fans, Impact Plus weekly. Did I get that right this time, Kyle? Did I do it right?
You did it right, and I'm sorry, Trent, but you know me. If I ever get an opportunity to kick you while you're down and embarrass you for the entertainment value of the show, I'm going to do it.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. This is Trent, along with my co-host, Kyle. Kyle, what's happening today?
Kevin Martin, he's telling us what's happening today right here in the chat room. Trent, did you see the cold open for tomorrow's Impact Wrestling yet?
I didn't watch it. Kyle, you have no idea. I have another computer right here. I am working my day job and squeezing this in. And let's tell them why I'm squeezing this in the middle of my workday, because scumbag Kyle couldn't stick to his schedule this weekend and do the Impact Plus weekly with me. So I said, we have to stay consistent.
Trent, you can't rely on me for weekends. You've known this going back 2 years. Saturday nights, you can't rely on me. No matter how many times I tell you I'm going to be there, I'm not going to be there.
We're in quarantine. How can I still not rely on you in quarantine? How is that possible?
Well, quarantine has been my best record of performances thus far. At least give me that. Maybe not the weekends, but everything else has been great. Show's growing.
Show's growing, Kyle, but you need to be. I'm calling it right now. If that happens again, I'm going live without you. I'm doing it without you. I'm doing Impact Plus without you. If J Bone's gonna stay on vacation, I'm going solo. I might have to call Basil to fill in for you again. I don't know.
Well, you know what? Truth be told, I'm a little bit unmotivated because once again, there's no more Sammy and Friends.
No Sammy and Friends. Impact Plus weekly is a little light. So we're gonna talk about the Xplosion match and everything, but no Sammy and Friends, so we can't do much. But it's gonna be a quick episode. I gotta get back to work. I'm literally in the middle of my work day. My boss is breathing down my neck. I gotta get back to work after this. So we're gonna go ahead and bust this out for you guys, and then we're gonna be back tonight with the TNA throwback show. We're episode number 24. So we're doubling up today, y'all. We are going crazy at Total Nonstop Impact. So
double dipping, Trent. But I gotta say, we're usually
Lino's down.
A night show.
Yeah,
we're usually a night show. We don't do this during the day, during daylight. This is like vampires coming out. It doesn't happen. So I don't know what kind of audience we're gonna draw because we're used to a late night crowd, but it seems like they're all here. Slowpoke is still holding on to the Backyard Wrestling tapes. He wants to watch my Backyard Wrestling tapes. I don't know about that, Slowpoke. Keep bothering me for that.
I saw the photos. They're there, man. Lino's down. Lino says he'll join him when you cancel. Lino, I'm going to start calling you, man. The hell with it. I can't count on this damn scumbag to be there even during the quarantine. I'm going to have to start calling you now. But everybody's in here, man. Bill Gardner's in here. Rose Montana, John Paxton, Butters.
But no, Trent, back to the cold open. Did you get to see tomorrow night's cold open yet?
Not yet. Kevin told me to watch it, and I'm going to watch it as soon as I'm done with my work day. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to message you guys, and we'll talk about it tonight on the TNA throwback.
All right. Well, let me just direct some traffic here. Don't X out of the show. Don't close on us. I'll be able to see if you do. I can see exactly who's watching us at every second. But I want you to open up another tab right now if you're at the computer or you're at the cell phone, however you're doing this, and go to impactwrestling.com and watch the cold open because they just put it up there on the front page. Moose is in it. Barry Scott, the voice of TNA Wrestling. Guy, that Barry Scott, he's in it. That's all I'm going to tell you because if I try to describe it, I'm not going to do it justice. You have to watch it for yourself right now. So open up that tab. Don't X this out. I'll know if you did. Check that out.
I do love Barry Scott, the voice of TNA Wrestling. You know, like I love the way he says it, man. But
other big news broke this morning. Trent, Su Yung has re-signed with Impact Wrestling to a multi-year deal. Nothing too specific, but we know she dropped her John Hancock and she's back with Impact Wrestling, and so is Susie.
Susie did too.
Susie did too.
I heard Susie re-signed as well. Kind of interesting how they did it on the same day, but signed in blood, which I heard that she signed it in blood, actually, Kyle. So, I mean, I guess she's in there for a while. So, hey, good to have Su Yung back. I'm glad. I mean, there was a little speculation. The free agency was coming up, all that stuff. You know, she put it out there. You know, it kind of got buzzed around, but glad to see she's here. She's going to be part of the team for years to come, which makes me very happy, Kyle. We like Su Yung.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear.
Do love Su Yung. All right, guys, we're going to talk about Impact Plus. Xplosion really is the match, is the stuff we're going to talk about here. So, like I said, no Sammy and Friends. A little light on that. We're going to talk about the May 1st episode of Xplosion. I know the new one was released as well after that, but May 1st, we didn't cover that one yet, so we're going to talk about that one real quick. The match took place during the IPWF tapings, Kyle. So that was Dave and Jake Crist, OVE, taking on El Reverso and
Trent, don't just dive into it. You got to stop for a second.
What happened?
We've been talking about the IPWF here on the show, and we didn't think we were going to get to see it again. And, man, the territory is back.
Well, this match, well, it wasn't territory-like. It was just kind of a you know, it was like it took place during those tapings, but it really wasn't an IPWF match.
So I'm glad that William just asked this in the comments. I did not hear Don on Conan's podcast.
I heard one clip of it.
I had an idea, Trent, something to incorporate into either the weekly YouTube channel or the Tuesday night show, the flagship show here on the TNI network. I want to create a segment, make it about 5 minutes long, where we can just show you this week in podcasting. What I mean by that is Josh Matthews made an appearance on so-and-so. Check this out. Maybe we'll read or play a couple excerpts if we have permission. Don was on the Conan show, this, and that. So it's kind of just like an update. We're letting you know that we are a podcast. There's a lot of other podcasting going. Trent, more people have podcasts than they do spouses in today's world.
That's very true, Kyle. I used to have a spouse, and now I have several podcasts. So
that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so I figure, you know, we're not the most important podcast around here, Trent. Let's be honest. You know, we're still young guys on the come up, scratching and clawing. So I figure we give the platform to some of the other much bigger podcasts out there, just to update the Impact fans. Hey, keep updated. You know.
Podcast polygamy, Kyle. I do several of these. Look, we got a lot of questions here. I gotta address these. Trent, feel like Ninja Sword's gonna come out. I know. Somebody said that too. It's like a Japanese background. I'm trying to jazz up the background. I'm gonna decorate this.
It reminds me of porn, honestly, Trent. I'm seeing like backstage segment or like
there's massages happening behind that. There's massages happening behind that. We got a couple more questions here, Kyle. I want to address some of these.
All right. Josh Paxton, answer that.
Aftershock, the new show. Yeah, the Aftershock is the new show, which apparently, Kyle, you confirmed is only going to be a half hour. It's starting right after.
I don't know this. This is what I'm hearing. This is the rumors and hearsay through the grapevine, the buzzing. Apparently, it's going to be a 30-minute program. So that being said, if you know this show, we've never been on time. We are always a half hour to 45 minutes late. So
we're not late. We always start. We say we're going to start 30 minutes after Impact.
They got to run to the bathroom. They got to heat up their snacks. They got to get their drinks together. They got stuff to do.
If that's the case, then we're fine. We're not going to have to change anything. If it's an hour long show, we're in trouble. We got to figure something out there. We're going to figure that out. But I saw another one here at PS Xbox Classics. Highlight that one for me, Kyle.
Where are you seeing this? This
scroll
is
up
a little bit.
Up a little bit. I'm gonna just read it real quick.
Yes, Xbox Classics.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle, I'm trying to hope you're both okay. What's your thoughts on trying to get Josh's wife Jade on Impact? Hey, listen, I'm all for it. She was in Ring of Honor back in the day, if anybody remembers that. And she can still go. She looks great. And no, I mean, she'd be fantastic. I don't know if she still wants to wrestle. That's my only question. I know she's doing the stuff with Josh. Not sure, man. We'll find out if she's.
See, Trent, we were able to direct traffic, and they came right back. They went and checked out the cold open on ImpactWrestling.com, and it was indeed funny as hell.
Very nice, man. Listen,
we'll watch it after this, Trent.
I will watch it after this. As soon as I'm done with work, I'm going to jump on it. What else we got here? I'm just making sure we address everything. Trent's a fluffer. Thank you, John Paxton.
Whoa. Kyle versus Tessa. When did I become a wrestler?
I don't know. Trent, Nate's asking, what am I hiding behind that screen? Nate, you're behind the screen. It's nice, poke out and say wait.
That's Trent podcasting casting couch back there.
Yes, that's what's back there. I love Nate. Referee Nate Speckman, everybody, who has refereed at Impact Wrestling several times. He's one of my best dear friends. So definitely give him a follow. Nate, put your Twitter handle in there. Let people follow you. All right. Let's get out of the cow. We got to quick. I got 15 minutes to address this, and I got to get back to work. This is unprecedented, guys, that we're doing this in the middle of a work day, and I got to go back to work. And then tonight we're watching TNA. So, yes, Joseph P. Ryan is behind. No, he's not. Exactly. Who booked this shit? All right. Like I mentioned, Kyle, OVE versus El Reverso and Pretty Ricky Wildy. Is it Wildy? I'm sure I can make sure I have that right. Taped at the IPWF tapings back. This is like last year. So definitely we have some old stuff sitting in the can that we're putting out. You can also tell by Dave Chris beard length here, Kyle. That's a good way to give it away. Dave, the length of Dave Chris beard gives us away. But
it scares me how specific you pick that up. That's very specific, Trent.
I mean, you could tell he grows and grooms his beard accordingly, depending on the month.
It's like one of those things we always say. If you look at a picture of our heroes, Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, you can look at their haircuts and everything, and you can pinpoint, oh, this is around that era. Same thing with wrestlers.
Yeah. So, hey, listen, it's, obviously we all know the IPWF took place. It was a while back, but good to see these matches kind of seeing the light of day. It's, kind of crazy to think they've been in the can for so many months, but glad they got out there. Fun match, Kyle. It was, an OVE match. Obviously, it was in front of a very niche crowd because of that IPWF tapings, but a lot of back and forth, a little longer than I expected it to be. I did not think they would give that much time to Pretty Ricky Wildy and El Reverso, who are really fun to watch. We've seen El Reverso before, guys, kind of El Generico like luchador in a way. And Pretty Ricky's very, very comedic, very character based. But OVE gets the win on this one, so that was a pretty quick win on that one. But so kind of nothing too crazy on that one. It was just a very, maybe 10-minute match or so. But then we went around the ring with Madison Rayne. That was fun. And Josh Matthews conducting that. And she broke his balls, Kyle. She was breaking Josh Matthews' balls like she does on commentary. I know you love hearing that.
Troll. She's always trolling the guy.
She's always trolling the husband, man. I mean, they're not putting it over.
If this message gets to you somehow, if somehow, some way you hear my raspy New York voice, keep breaking Josh's balls because, we were kind of, Madison's pretty good on commentary. But then once you started cracking the jokes and, just hitting Josh in the chops, we all became instant fans. Overnight success, I would say. So keep Madison on commentary and keep her busting Josh in the chops.
I like it, man. I think she's good on commentary. I do. It's so widely known about them, but if it wasn't, I wish they'd actually acknowledge it, because if they acknowledge that they're married and she's still busting his balls, I think we'd all enjoy it a lot more, guys, right? Like, I think
and also it feels right having her there. It's just with the times. If you turn on most sporting events these days, they have a female doing the play-by-play at the table. And who better than Madison, multi-time knockouts champion? Come on.
Hey, listen, I think she's great. Why not?
But keep Don. I don't want that message to get mixed up. We need Don. Don is very important. We love Don. We worship the Don around here, Trent.
We do. Listen, so that new show has been announced, Aftershock. Let's see what happens. We don't know too many details about it yet, guys, but I think we might be safe on it affecting our show going live after Impact Wrestling. Look, worst case scenario, we go the next day or Thursdays like we used to do. We don't want to interfere with Impact, and we also don't want to go too late. So we'll play it by ear as we get more details, guys.
Yeah.
We'll figure
Trent, I'm seeing it as a good thing. I know you and J-Bone and Alicia and the rest of our gang back there, they're a little panicking, like, oh no, this is going to ruin the show. But me, I'm seeing the dollar signs. I'm seeing the money. I'm seeing Impact is directing all these people to something, and they're going to look for something else when that's over. And there we are.
Listen, if we can get into Don and Jimmy's ear that, hey, when you're done with this, go hop over to the review. You know, we got these 2, 3, 4 guys doing this review.
But that's it, though. That's it. Because, Trent, I want to address something quick before we move on. Sometimes here on the show, people will comment and they'll be like, oh, man, this is awesome. We want you guys to be a part of Impact Wrestling and work with Impact Wrestling and be on Impact's Twitch. But you know what, Trent? I don't feel that way anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. I love doing this show. I love having the guests on. But I jokingly kept making references to Wayne's World. Like, oh, man, what would happen?
Yeah.
And then it's like, I think about it, Trent. This is a DIY show. This is
true
for the fans, by the fans. If you took this show and put it on a corporate level, it would lose its charm. It would lose its scumminess. It would lose everything about it that makes it work. So that being said, my goals are to, get maybe just the rub from Impact, have them shout us out or something, maybe some retweets. But I don't know if I'd want to bring this show to them because then it's just watch Wayne's World, Stretch and Bobito. A lot of shows, when they go corporate, just doesn't work.
We talked about this over the weekend, guys, how like it would be that Wayne's World moment where it's like, hey, it looks like Kyle's studio, but that's not Kyle's studio. Isn't that weird? We're gonna have to sell out, man.
If you look at history, when these shows develop organically, DIY from the ground up, when they get picked up by a corporate entity, Trent, Chris Gethard, the Chris Gethard show. He hosts what is it, the Viceland documentary? He does the after show.
Yeah,
Dark Side of the Ring, Dark Secrets of the Ring. I can't get that title right for some reason. Whatever it is, he had the Chris Gethard show. It was a public access show. It was huge. And then once he brought it to a corporate world, it was on True TV. It flopped and failed.
No shit. I didn't know that. Wow. But I like what Angela's saying there. We're the unofficial podcast of
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We can't lose our charm. So I'm just saying to the people that keep putting us in tweets, badgering us, badgering Impact, keep supporting us. But I don't know about you guys. I can only speak for myself. That's not on my list of goals anymore, Trent.
Oh, listen. Hey, if Impact wants to pay us and endorse us, give us that proverbial rub, kid.
I'm punk rock, Trent. I can't sell out.
Listen, Kyle, I'll tell you. Remember what Metallica said? Everybody bitched at him about selling out.
And that's the difference between you and me, Trent. I'll walk away. I'll be the other guy that no one remembers.
Money, Kyle. You gotta get them. Remember, I'll never forget the interview.
I can see you with the haircut already, Trent. If Trent went corporate, that's the first move. Give Trent a nice haircut. Cut the beard.
You're gonna have to cut your hair there, kid. That's what I'm waiting for that day. Don Callis tells me I have to cut my hair, kid. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of those moments. Like I remember when Jason Newsted said it when they were bitching about Metallica selling out. He's like, "Yeah, we sold out every seat in the house. That's what we're gonna have. Screw your punk rock, Kyle. Gotta get the big bucks, kid. Sell out. That's where we get the money."
Not saying it that way, Trent. Let's get back into the Impact Plus Weekly and Xplosion, shall we?
So let's all right. So we did the May 1st Xplosion. Now there was a little bit of a scheduling release. Now, kind of overlapped itself a little bit. The May 9th edition of Xplosion was released. Also, do we want to save that for this week, or we want to just wrap it up here? The May 9th match. You want to wrap it up here, Kyle?
That's up to you. Why are you asking me? Ask the people.
Listen, you guys want us to do the other one because they didn't release on the same cycle. There's a bit of an overlap.
Don't blame it on them, Trent. Blame it on me. I jumped ahead and watched the wrong episode, not knowing. Tell them the truth. Don't lie.
Okay, Kyle watched. He didn't watch the one in order. Okay, the one that was released.
I skipped over one. I missed it. It was a mistake.
Well, then let's keep it. Let's keep it how it is. We just talked about the May 1st one that was released in time. That would be this cycle.
We don't have Sammy and friends to talk about. Might as well bang out 2 per podcast. Give us more to talk about.
What's the grab? We got to look at one thing, Kyle. You can't bang it out because you got to look at one thing here. We got to be true to the word of what we put out there, and we put out May 3rd to May 9th on this. So there was a little bit of an overlap here. Let's talk about the next one. We'll talk about the one that got released on Saturday night. Then, all right, go ahead and start that one off, Kyle. What wrap up? Present the match. What was going on? Let's go with it. That's the one you watched,
Trent, because I am much more professional than you. I am going to read the full description in my worst Josh Matthews impression.
Go ahead.
The way he would do it. Now, I don't think I can do his voice, but I can try to do his enunciation.
All right.
This week on Xplosion, we will see an exclusive one-on-one match between 2020 Gut Check runner-up, the Saturday Night Delight, Tyler Tirva, and Brent Banks, presented by Impact Plus. Crist will join Josh Matthews on Around the Ring to talk about his rock star-like fashion. You ever hear Josh do like the super fast? I think it's just turned up, actually. The state of Ohio and what sets him apart for the rest of the roster. We will also flash back to Victory Road 2011 for the classic match of the week. Plus, in case you missed it this week on Impact, we will take a look back at some of the biggest moments from this week's show on Access TV on the Impact Week. I can't even read that fast.
You did a good job.
Impact Rewind, including Willie Mack defending the X Division Championship in an epic three-way match against Chris Bay and Ace Austin.
Very nice, kid. Very nice. You're doing okay. You're doing all right there, Kyle. All right, very nice. Let's talk about it. Go ahead. Start it off. Tyler Tirva, go ahead.
Well, Trent, we go back to the territory. Once again, the IPWF. It's almost like IPWF is going to live on and exist in Xplosion, and I'm okay with that. If they have more episodes to roll out, keep this going.
I wonder how many they went ahead and taped, all these dark matches. By the way, Josh, I called you Josh. Kyle, we got
reading the latest comment says Josh just lost his job. Yes, they're going to fire Josh.
Look at Oros in Germany. Germany is checking in here. Very nice. Thank you guys for listening. There was another comment from England catching us live.
Since we're live during the day and we're not on at night in the late hours, third shifting, the UK fans are listening. That's awesome.
That's true. My buddy Cody's in here. Cody's in here. So I do more podcasts than Joe Rogan. I think Cody. I don't get paid. I don't get paid like Joe Rogan, but Chrissy B, the boys finally get to see you guys live. Watch all the time, lads. Thank you very much, brother. Angela,
I can't keep up. I can't do the Josh. That's thing. Josh is so underappreciated and underutilized. Not underutilized, very utilized. He's very underappreciated and underrated. He's underrated. Is what he is.
He does a lot, man. He does a lot. All right, Kyle.
He's
set up
modern day Joey Matthews. The modern day Joey Styles, not Joey Matthews.
I would say so.
Not the modern day Joey Matthews. Wouldn't call him that.
All right, I got 8 minutes, Kyle, before I got to get back to work. Let's get out of this match here. Go ahead.
I'm Punk Rock Trent. I don't care about your corporate world job.
I know, but corporate world pays for me to be able to do the show.
There's $1 billion worth of freight in your hands, and I'm about to blow all that for you, Trent.
You're about to ruin my life here, Kyle. All right, go for it. Set it up here. Set it up.
Then, of course, we get the Tyler Tirva versus Brent Banks back at the IWPF.
IPW.
I can't get that right.
Don Koloff Arena. I'm actually putting it. I got it right on in front of me too. I'm watching it as we're talking. It's streaming right here in front of me. I like Tyler Tirva. I thought he was real good. I know I wasn't a big fan of Shogun, who won Gut Check, but I like Tyler Tirva a lot.
I'm very curious about this Cult of Impact. There's a sign in the front row because I'm watching it right now.
I see that.
It says Cult of Impact. Who is this Cult of Impact? I thought we were the Cult of Impact. I thought we were the cult leaders around here. Who are these guys?
I got a feeling the Cult of Impact people are maybe in either this chat or one of the weekly chat. They're listening. They must listen. We got to know who these people are.
Speaking of cult leaders, Trent, me and Carol Baskin from Tiger King were flirting on YouTube last night. You can see that on the We Talk Impact Twitter page. That's real, bro. That's a shoot. That's not fake.
She does have YouTube, as we know. Cool Cats and Kittens.
I slid in her DMs, Trent. I want to get covered in sardine oil. I love the MILFs and Cougars.
Can we get her on the show? Can we get her on the show?
That'd be nice.
Let's wrap
it up here.
I like Tyler Tirva a lot. We've seen Brett Banks before, guys. She's solid talent. One of those guys where I'm like, you look great. I need a character out of you if I'm going to get something out of this. Tyler Tirva, another one. Give me some character. Shogun, I could see at least has character. That's why he won. There was something more to Shogun. He has some charisma to him, but I do think Tirva deserves a shot at some point in Impact Wrestling. Just a matter of how you place him in. But Brett Banks also a solid talent too. Again, just a matter of where we're going to put him. So we'll see. What do you guys think about it? Give us your thoughts on Tirva and Shogun and Brett Banks. If you've seen them, let us know what you think. But again, a solid match. Kyle, you want to wrap? Who took the win on this one? What do you got?
Well, Trent, the reason I'm real time playing it back is because I don't really quite know who is who. I'm sorry. They're not regular Impact guys. They're not on my regular radar. I'm not lying. I'm being honest. I know how the match went. It's just I have trouble identifying which guy is which guy because I don't know these guys.
It's very unprofessional, Kyle. Tirva's one. Then the green tights is Tirva. The one with the green stripe is Tower Tirva. So
we're doing the live play-by-play right here, Trent.
No, we should not be doing that. You should tell us.
Except now I see Matt Hardy with some hideous-looking dreadlocks.
Wait, what are you watching? I don't think you're watching the right show, man.
That's the flashback. It goes back to Ric Flair, AJ, and Matt Hardy during a horrible point in his life.
I was asking you who won the Tower Tirva and
Brent. Forget that, Trent. Forget that. Let's move on. Continue.
All right, go ahead. What's next?
Then we get the most important part of this whole broadcast, the whole reason we're sitting here. Around the ring with Jake Crist of OVE, Trent.
Talk about it.
Good stuff. Not quite the rapid fire edition we are used to, but still get a lot of good deets there. What I liked is Jake points out that he is very well on his way to becoming a Triple Crown champion. And it's just he's sneaking up. Nobody sees it coming.
That's very true. That's a good point. I mean, he's a former tag team champion and X Division champion. Only one title left. Jake Crist is interesting. He's like so reserved when he's talking in these things, but he's like such a wild man when he's like cutting promos or just in the background. Yeah, he's always yelling. You ever notice about Jake Crist? He's always yelling at something.
It's Golden Draw.
No, man, no. He's always like wildly yelling.
Golden Draw's got a lot to say.
Yeah, I do miss the Golden Draw. The Golden Draw guy. He was a good X Division champion, man. I think Jake Crist is an underrated X Division champion. And absolutely. I'm glad he got it. I'm glad he got the run. I just think like he's a very underrated X Division champ. He didn't get enough credit for being as a good champ as he was. But no, Around the Ring's great. I would love if we did more. I mean, we get them every week, but man, these are pretty good. I wouldn't mind these being a little longer. Cut some of that flashback out and give me longer Around the Ring segments. These are a lot more fun than
it's not just that it's a good interview and we get to know the stars. It's the fact that they're on set at the tapings. They're there.
Exactly.
They're goofing off, having fun.
I do like that about them. I like that about them. It's fun. It's in a light mood. They're having a good time. Let me ask this, everybody. Did you guys enjoy it? Are you guys liking this show? Did you guys watch Xplosion? Who in the chat here has Impact Plus for $7.99 a month only? Cheap. Also, it's a free 30-day trial. If you don't have it, get your 30-day trial because, Kyle, let's also mention the fact that we every Monday night do an NWA TNA throwback show. And that means tonight we'll be on doing episode number 24.
And Trent, another huge game-changing announcement when it comes to content. We have something huge in the works, something that shocked a lot of people, yourself included. It was kind of like, we're doing what? While interviewing the great Rohit Raju last week, he revealed to us that he loves Kung Fu movies and Wu-Tang Clan. I love Kung Fu movies and Wu-Tang Clan. And as a joke, I jokingly said, we should do funny Twitch commentary over these great Kung Fu movies because with Twitch, we can open up that Amazon Prime catalog, won't get pulled. It's totally legal. It's okay. We can do that. And Rohit was with it. And here we are now. Kung Fu Theater with Rohit Raju and the TNI crew. We're going to be doing live Kung Fu Twitch commentary. It's going to be insane.
This sounds pretty nuts. I can't believe you guys did all this over the weekend and I saw a graphic come up. I'm like, when the fuck did you guys do all this?
That's right.
It was fantastic. Rohit's down. Yeah, I mean, if you're announcing it, we're going to announce on all the different shows this week, but pretty big news.
That's just one thing, though, Trent. There's a lot of stuff in the works. This is going to keep snowballing. The TNI tribe, we're taking over, but we're not going corporate. We're not going corporate, Trent.
Kyle, I know that's where
you might go corporate. I'm not.
I might go corporate. It might happen. We'll see, man. But
yeah, so we go back to Victory Road 2011. We see AJ Styles versus Matt Hardy. Got Ric Flair in there. That's Ric Flair eating the Pele kick on my TV right now.
I don't know if I want to talk about these flashbacks. I really want to discourage these.
Trent, you want to discourage them, but they're not going anywhere. They're here to stay. Even when you just covered the last episode, you actually skipped over the flashbacks.
I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about him. I don't think these flashbacks are worth time. It's like,
well, Trent, you pay for Impact Plus. You know what's on there, but some people don't.
I'd rather tell
you.
It's
not all about you, Trent. The world doesn't revolve around Trent.
I'd rather tell you that Brett Banks won that match for Xplosion this week over Tyler Tirva. How about that? We can mention that.
Hit Squad.
All right, so we'll talk about that. That Brett Banks won the match this week on Xplosion, and then we did the Around the Ring with Jay Crist. That's all I want to talk about. I don't want to.
Hold on there, Trent. And the new thing, because they're trying to please you, because you keep bitching about the flashbacks, they're giving us Impact Rewind as of last week, 2 to 3 weeks ago. What happened on Impact. And this week we take a look back at Willie Mack defending the X Division Championship in an epic 3-way match against Chris Bay and Ace Austin. It was a banger, Trent.
All right. Well, listen, it was a banger. We talked about that on the Rebellion review. I need more content on this, Kyle. I need fresh content on this show. I don't want that much rewind.
Well, this is Xplosion for a reason, I guess, Trent.
We don't need this much.
Flagship show.
This should be a secondary show of new material. That's what we need to have on this. Sound off on this.
Here's an example. Josh Paxton. He only catches Xplosion once in a while because it needs storyline content. I guess Around the Ring isn't cutting it. As much as we love Around the Ring, there's got to be something in there. You gotta make me go see it.
But there's another half hour of space to fill in with content. So give us storyline content. I know they can do more with this. You have to utilize this platform more than you're doing right now. It's not enough.
Or just maybe more segments like Around the Ring.
Yes, something where it's just not like Ric Flair and Matt Hardy from 8 years ago. We don't need to see that right here. I want fresh shit.
Some people do. Some people want to go back and buy Impact Plus because it's not all about you. Not everybody's seen every episode since day one. Not everybody has a DVD shelf behind them with about 1,000 TNA DVDs, and I'm talking about you because you have those.
I have my right over there. We're different on a lot of stuff. We're different up the selling out. We're differing on the content for Impact Plus. We got some interesting things. J-Bone's not here, and this is what happens.
This is what happens, Trent. As we start to reach success, the creative differences start. The Beatles get broken up.
Oh my God! This is how it goes. Listen. We're gonna wrap it up here. We covered those 2 episodes of Xplosion, but guys, tonight, Kyle, what time we decide? Let's let them know now. Let's let the people know right now what time we're going live with NWA TNA number 24 tonight on the channel. What time are you thinking?
Putting me on the hot seat there.
I am. I'm making you commit to this. When I have J-Bone, I have to worry about this. When J-Bone's on vacation, you are screwing me every week. I'm in a panic to deliver content to these people, and you have been giving me a hard time. We're in freaking quarantine. I can count on you this week.
Especially when the guests are coming around. Of all times to put the pressure on me. I see the sweats trickling and the grays are just beep, 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 beep. More gray beards are just beep, 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 beep.
I told Basil to come on with throwback tonight, so we at least have a third to at least balance off. And then tomorrow night in the main show, we got Johnny Bravo. Alicia will be back. Kyle will be there. We're going to check it out. J-Bone on vacation. But, all right.
Where do you think J-Bone is now? He was in Mexico last we checked. Where could it be now?
Maybe Europe. I don't know. No idea. But how about this, Kyle? We'll do 10:05 Central Time, 11:05
Don't ask me
Eastern.
to do any sort of math or config. Trent, we've been doing the show for 2 years, and I always have to ask, when are we doing the show? Kyle, there's an hour difference.
How about this? Your time, 11 o'clock. How about that? Okay? Let's decide on that right now. Your time, 11 o'clock.
Trent, I got like a 5th grade education, all right?
Can you go earlier then? You tell me. Let's decide right now because they're waiting for us right now, guys.
We're going live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Boom.
9 p.m. Eastern. I got to watch the show still. 9 p.m. Eastern.
10 p.m. Eastern, Trent. 10 p.m. Eastern.
10 p.m. Eastern? Okay. So 9 p.m. my time, 10 p.m. your time.
So let's direct traffic again, Trent. Direct the traffic again. Tell them what they need to do before they catch back up with us later.
All right, guys, go to Impact Plus. If you don't have it, go sign up for your 30-day trial. Go watch NWA TNA number 24 is what we're reviewing tonight. So episode number 24, we're reviewing that. If you haven't seen them, go catch up with us. You got a month to get caught up with us. We do them every Monday night. They're a lot of fun. You can do it! They're a lot of fun, guys. So definitely get on that. But join us at, like Kyle said, 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight. So you can do it. Links will be on the social media. We'll let you know where to find us. Guys, this has been the Impact Plus Weekly for this week. We doubled up on the matches because of Kyle.
J-Bone's getting a waxing.
He might be, man. We're gonna find out where J-Bone's at. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow for sure. But all right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us for this midday special of the Impact Plus Weekly. We'll talk to you tonight. Remember, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
More than anything that I've ever thought before.
Yes, you're scheduling, Kyle. Thank you. All right, guys. We'll talk to you tonight. Follow us on We Talk Impact on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get a hold of us. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, all major platforms. Get a hold of us. We'll talk to you guys later on. Good night, everybody. Or
Johnny Bravo on the show tomorrow. Tune in.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impact, and his mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha Skin Manimal, Rohit Raju, and you are watching Total Nonstop Impact.
This is Taya La Güera Loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals. And you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact Podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Nonstop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh, yeah, yeah.